And now we're seeing, as always, the Aatrox and Kai'Sa. But I just want to pick on the Kayn ban for a bit, because we saw how well, I believe it was Daiki, played him in the jungle, being able to just being able to go so far, just being able to one-shot anybody.
Well, he had a lot of movement. He had a lot of movement speed capabilities as well. His we're talking about Kayn, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So my brain just like skipped a beat, and it's just like, wait, we're talking about
Just
Kayn,
gotta wing it there for a second.
Exactly. Like his walk, his shadow. I think it's his shadow walk.
I believe so.
Yeah, but I think that's what it's called, shadow walk. It just allows him to essentially just bypass the entire map and walk through everything. Within like the next 8 seconds, or essentially like if he doesn't touch a terrain within the next 2, he essentially loses the ability. But in this case, he has done well so far, but it's also understandable to have him blocked out so Daiki doesn't really gain that upper hand advantage.
Well, I think shots are going to begin. I think we're going to line them up. We do have a Nami there. If the bubbles can be landed and that drinking game happens, we are done for. As well as, the Darius pick. He's banned constantly, but it looks like he's being picked this game. And we see again, Laughing Man picking the Urgot this time after he versed him, beat him both times in previous games. And the Lucian again for Utopia. Utopia has been playing so well on Lucian throughout, and Evelyn. We can't remember this from the very first game, actually.
Yeah, that was a really interesting one, just being able to get in and out without a doubt. And if anything, also did really well when he versed Lee Sin, and he tried so hard to catch him, but instead took Victor, as like a secondary option. It was like the backup kill.
There we are, and look, we see the Braum again. Braum and Lucian, they're just in the game before, were so first spot, Braum landing that Q, Lucian dashing, getting that stun, and just claiming that first kill, which put Braum so far ahead.
I'm really interested into the Darius kill. I mean, what has Monster got planned up his sleeve? Like, he's going as Darius, and I'm not really sure what to think at the moment. They've got, Urgot versus Darius. Urgot can actually win this fight, but as soon as Darius gets those 5 stacks, not even Urgot's shield is going to help him.
Well, we can see Ange just trying to get rid of the ADC picks, while we see, on the other hand, LDK banning the Kindred and Graves, which just getting rid of the jungle picks. Obviously, they are sort of curious while fearing Tempest's jungle pick.
Yeah, and it's just Olaf jungle. I haven't seen this in a long time. This is going to be a nice, interesting pick. It looks like they're going for something a little bit extra. We forgot to do the bets.
Okay, guys, that is our bad. The bets have gone live. This time there is 100% payout, so get cracking on the bets. The max bet is 100 still, so get going. Bet on which team you think will win. This is a 5-game series though, so bet wisely.
Don't worry, guys. It's going to be a very close match. Both teams are evenly matched. Both teams have got an even skill cap, an even skill level. I'd say they're actually both within close tier of each other as well on the solo ranking system.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure.
It's going to be really close, Nick, and I'm really keen to see some real good pro players, because these guys are essentially at that level. They're just not on pro teams because they probably can't be stopped.
Well, I'm really happy to see the unstoppable man Olaf just being able to throw those axes, get that slow. But then on the other side, you see the Tristana, the gunner herself, and the Victor, who LD skills has played so well in every game.
And it's only a matter of time till, we see how he's going to play in this game. I mean, this game, he's got himself down as... I can't even tell who's playing what right now, because they all switch the roles around. I mean, LDK should be in the middle. Daiki should be at the top. They're just freaking playing a game of psych out. See who's going to get the first psych out, really.
Yeah, just trying to form, but and I rarely admit we have that's I just picked that up there. We've seen her banned in every game, but now Willaris has been given her. So I wonder how he is going to use her in this matchup.
Well, she is a really powerful champion at the moment, and just from history, ever since she made a debut in the mid lane, I think it was Faker that actually debuted her mid lane. Yeah, ever since her debut in the mid lane, a lot of people have started adopting that this strategy, thinking it'll work well for them. Her passive does allow her to do a lot more damage and 300% extra damage to champions who have a bubble on. So that could eliminate anyone who has like a summon Eerie bubble on them.
Yeah.
You know, and a couple of extras. Like summon Eerie doesn't really provide a lot in terms of bubble, but it does well with damage. And if Pain decides to use it on some champions that she targets, it's not really going to make that much of a difference if she keeps up her 4-stack. So I'm really, really curious to see if we're going to see a 4-stack Aurelia in fights all the time. And looking at the champion loading screen, this is just looking fabulous. It is just a, I was going to say a team of skins, but we've got Team All-Star versus Team the Three Amigos.
They just have to ruin it, but I'm not sure people know. Playing on this tournament client, actually, all the players have unlocked skins. Every skin unlocked. So
That is true.
I thought we were going to see a bit more fancier stuff here, but obviously it seems they have favorites and they know what to pick.
Hey, sometimes playing the original skin just really resets your mood on it.
Just looking at this and grouping up as one like last time, going into that jungle, possibly picking out that Crystal again, but we can't forget Nami does probably have her Q ready and is prepped to use it.
Yes, I'm really keen to see how things are going to work out here. Like
Oh,
we have a
there we are.
5-man invade bottom lane. They took notice of them. Also,
Oh wait, no, it's because the mouse isn't on.
oh, I'm pressing all these buttons and I'm like, we're not even on the screen. Where was the O? O. There we go. Now we have ourselves completely sorted.
Easy. A bit unfortunate there. Obviously, Nami and Trish did poke their heads out a bit and did see them coming, which is something a bit unfortunate. I did want to see a first blood go down early. Would have made the game so intense. But no matter, Braum using himself of his human ward, just standing there, making sure no invades happening. Lucian with the recoil. He must have lost some damage. Got some damage done to him or something, but right now they're just all gone back to their merry lanes, just waiting for the game to start.
Well, this time there was no kill claimed.
I'm
so
devastated.
yeah, it's really interesting to see that there was no kill accumulated from that first invade. They caught onto them very quickly and they retreated just as fast. So it looks like both teams are really bringing in their A game and making sure everything's fine.
Yeah, no, we already see a couple of wards obviously trying to find that pattern, making sure no invades are happening. Obviously guarding that blue buff, which is definitely key, especially for an Evelyn Olaf early.
That is true, because when they start building up a little bit later,
Wow.
they need items to build up in order to do well. Like Evelyn also needs to hit level 6, because that's when she actually becomes a problem.
I just have to admit, I'm stunned just by what we saw mid lane with Aurelia and Victor. The trade-off, Aurelia did it did even out in the end, but that's all because of the range Victor has. But her Aurelia being able to jump in and do that damage to Victor is just scary. Or chilling, this is a chill there.
It's just the chills down my spine. It's just like, okay, we can make work with this. But now, it's a matter of seeing how they're going to play this out. Like, Olaf has gone back to base very quickly. Like he cleared his entire top jungle. Now he's gone back to base. So it's got me curious as to what they've got, what he's thinking. Like, what is his battle strategy? And then we've got Evelyn, who's just clearing her entire map almost. She's clearing her half of the jungle, and she might be looking to make some plays soon. I mean, the sooner she gets level 6, the sooner she can start being effective towards her team. Because right now, they will see her coming. She won't exactly be able to surprise them and stay close enough to be able to pop her charm once it fully highlights on on her target.
Yeah, that could definitely be her downfall, especially with how aggressive Hunt and Utopia can be. Since she's unable to gank until 6, right now, Anne has that pressure of just being able to wander into any lane and just get a kill. Because Olaf, it is a lot better when 6 is being able to not take any effects, stuns, slows, or anything. But even then, he has the axe to slow, just being able to jump in and all that. Darius is a bit of a hope, but you are really, you were right with what you said before, how Urgox is really doing damage to Darius.
That is true, and it's only going to get more interesting from here. And I feel like Darius has just as much of a chance of being able to beat Urgot as Urgot is to Darius at the moment. Because when I saw that Q land and he got it on the outer ring, he actually took out the bubble.
Yeah.
So it's like he was slowed. He would have had the bubble, but now he's just slowed and he's just doing passive. He's just doing basic damage. And I feel like that could be a bit of a downfall for Urgot if he's not careful.
Yeah, but from what we've seen from the Laughing Man play, I believe he is aware of this and will take it more down well. Just not being too aggressive. But there we see in the jungle, Lucian. Utopia and Hunter's sitting there waiting for something to happen, but I believe that is nope. They haven't.
They haven't realized
going
it.
in. Olaf is there as well, stunning the Nami, getting the stun on her. One more basic attack.
Yes, they got it in.
Gets it. The
Ignite and
first, blood goes
Lucius.
Lucian, but unfortunately, the Ignite by Nami gets them the kill.
It's funny. This is like, you know, when Hunt played Nami, he claimed first blood, and now she's claiming first kill for their team.
There we are. Olaf got Urgot's right. Name mix up there. Urgot going aggressive, almost getting the Darius. A bit of aggression by Tristana. For some reason, as soon as Olaf is gone, she jumped in trying to get that Lucian because Brom's in the bush, a bit far away from him. Probably just out of change screen right as that happened.
Yeah.
I just saw it because of that one.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, this is like our delay screen. It's just like, all right, if we didn't understand what's going on, we can just look at this secondary screen.
That's like the professional replay screen, you know, like when they show the replay.
Yeah, that is actually so true.
There we are. Ooh, Irelia being a bit daring, staying in lane. If
That summon Eerie is really becoming effective now. It's really beginning to show, and it's really good that Tempest has come in to defend.
no, Olaf being a bit over-aggressive there.
Once again, stunning somebody in that bubble is very satisfying because you don't really get to do it that often unless, like, you know, you slow them down heavily.
There we are. Urgot may be able to, but it's amazing. He lets, if Darius pulls Urgot accepts the fact he stays in close to stop that Q doing the maximum damage, and just goes.
That is so true. But just as much as, like, I want to see another play from Braum and Lucian, because Braum and Lucian are just a really good combination. Being able to, like, with Lucian's passive, doing 2 basic attacks, it procs off 2 stacks straight away, and then he gets a 3rd one off. He's already stunned. Yeah, that's true, that's true.
There we are. They are both 6 now. We'll see a fight out. Darius has got his 5 stacks. Laughing Man flashing out of that Q, which could have been devastating, considering, if I'm correct, it does do more damage with the blood stacks on.
Yes, that is true, because he gets past, when he's got 5 stacks up, he gets extra attack damage.
Oh, yeah.
So that pretty much, like, increases everything, especially his Noxian Guillotine.
But that's good to know. Good thing he knew when to flash. And this shows the skill level these players have, being able to know where to use that flash and get out of trouble.
That is true, that is true. And now, I really want to see what Darius plans to do with this setup, because he's gone with Conqueror.
Yes.
So, I couldn't issue.
Just gotta yawn it out. I'm most of a fan. When I play Darius, I normally go for I copy pro builds and hope I can play like a pro.
I sort of alternate between, like you know, Halo
Oh,
plays.
there we go.
Like
Sorry, stunning the Nami with the Bronze. Olaf throwing in his axe for the slow, just so they can get off the stun, getting her. Almost missed that there. Look, there we are on our replay screen. Oh, the Predator coming. Amazing stuff. Oh, but there we are. Evelyn coming in bot lane. Just missing the Brom. Going on the Lucian.
And there's the ulti. Whiplash from behind.
That's to be expected when Evelyn hits 6.
That is true. That is true.
And I was going to say he had flash up. He did not. I was completely wrong.
No, but the charge does compensate for it, unless, like, you know, he gets dragged into the situation. But he can still throw himself out. He can charge out. He just needs to make sure he plants it perfectly. Otherwise, it can be somewhat.
I rarely with the ult, not knowing that Evelyn is there. This could be interesting. A kill going down to Irelia, but Evelyn keeps dealing the damage there. Engage.
What have you got going there?
Urgot will get 5 stacks down. Throw the dunk. Get the kill. But there we are. Evelyn. Oh no,
I can't believe Willer survived throughout that. I thought he was going to die.
Yes, I did as well.
I don't understand what happened there. Like, we missed that entire fight because there was a bit of action happening top lane. But as soon as Darius got 6 stacks, boom! Slam dunk right into Urgot's face.
Wait, is it 5 or 6?
5.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was expecting the Urgot they would try and counter the Darius though, especially with the 5 stacks, but unfortunately, you know, the flash isn't there. Ghost won't do much in that situation. So it was a bit of a Darius there was fine to take the flash off. It was a bit of an unfortunate coincidence, and it was have to be given away.
It's really unfortunate when, like, you have to give away something like that. Like, it'd be so nice to have.
But there we do see Irelia on 2 kills and Lucian on 2 kills as well, which is something we want to see. But Darius does have that 1 kill, which is definitely great.
That is true. And now it's just a matter of time before one of them makes their next move and either claims another kill or loses a turret. Either way, it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, definitely. I have to agree there. I'm curious to know what Olaf's going to do, whether or not he's going to help top or continue to gank bot, because he seems to come up from bot side. He just runs from the bot side, or blue side, sorry, and just comes up through their jungle into bot lane and just ganks so easily.
It makes sense because he tries to box them in. You know, they will have to go through him. That's the point of boxing. They'll have to go through at least one person. You know, that's why it's like a strategy. It's very effective, especially when, you know, they're overextended too much. And Tristana and Nami are trying to be a little bit more aggressive, but still try and remain half passive at the same time. So it's like passive-aggressive based situation. They're just trying to react just enough to keep it out of turret.
Oh, there we are, collapsing onto the Victor, Irelia, Urgot, and Brom. Brom getting stunned, unfortunately, but he did get the shield on, which did get him the assist, luckily. Well played, just knowing when to go, and Brom did walk straight into that stun. Unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but he suffered almost no damage throughout that fight.
Evelyn there wanting something. Ooh, Brom goes in. Brom with the... Oh, Irelia's coming there. Ooh, getting away with the whiplash, but flashing over double flash, I believe.
Yeah, that was a double flash from Aurelia and Brom.
And it killed going to the Olaf.
It did, yeah.
Just shows how deadly that axe is. And will it be? No, just ignoring that drag. I would assume that drag would be easy taking. I know it's not the best drag to have, but an objective is an objective. It does give you gold.
That is absolutely correct, and that is the point of taking the dragons, is to get the gold as well as the passive buff. I mean, a passive buff is a passive buff at the end, but still, it's a matter of prioritization. Like, you'd want to take a turret before you get the dragon, because you don't know where Tristana is. Like, they had no idea that Tristana was actually still running back. For all they know, she could have been sitting halfway between her bottom turret, her bottom tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah, sorry guys, just a quick interruption. We are closing the betting now, just if you have not, just in case you've missed out, I'm very sorry, but it is closing.
Alright, cool. Now, we have our bets in, and it is it's an outstanding vote. I just saw it before you closed it. This is
Urgot going in on the Evelyn there, easy, but Tristana and Nami are there to back up, but Urgot does still have his ult. Well, there we are, Urgot clearing the wall, obviously trying to get something going. Nami landing the bubble. Will they do anything with it though? No, Evelyn there.
Looks like Evelyn is forced on a defensive there, because Olaf is just taking over their jungle. Look at the warding that we're seeing.
Yeah, no, I barely paid attention. But wait, Tristana jumped on Lucian, getting the kill. Unfortunately, Brom confirmed there, but there we see no. Olaf backing off, just letting the Brom die.
It's better to let one die than to let 3 die.
That is 100% true. Now, what do we think? I just don't really think right now we did see some early domination by Adelaide No Names. Now LDK is slowly coming back. What do you have to make of this? We see now Olaf going on the Victor again. Not much will happen. I really just dodging Victor's stun altogether and getting the kill.
It's a little tricky, but I feel as though to be able to open the map up for LDK, Evelyn needs to work a little bit more around Darius, because he's the only person making the most effectiveness of his lane. You know, if she focuses top lane and they get that kill on Urgot, they'll be able to make a good push as well as claim a turret. Whereas, because so far she's focusing mid and bottom because she's chasing Olaf so much, and if she's not careful, she'll end up just being too reactive, and they'll never be able to push anything. Because when you're too reactive, you're not really making.
I really was jumping on the Evelyn under tower, getting the kill. I believe that was with her. Yes, with her ignite.
That was a clean cut right there.
But amazing. She had the confidence and knew her strength, and we are seeing a 4-0. Will we see a guide by Urgot? Darius pulled an Urgot. Darius does have no mana. Yes, Urgot moves the ult, but now he's bot lane. Getting Lucian, getting the Nami, and strong to shoot Irelia. Maybe get taken out there by Victor.
Oh, she's low.
Unfortunately, that ult just got her. That is a bit unfortunate there. And Tristana did not die bot as unfortunately.
No, but that's okay, because like Tristana not dying really saves her a bit of pressure in lane.
Well, she is 1-0, and like, even though she's now many kills, the fact that she hasn't died sort of stops the gold advantage going over the Ant, because she would have some gold, even though she isn't on like 53 or anything. If I'm correct.
I think you are correct in this case.
Mentioning over the color cast there, you know, they know all the specs.
That is so true.
Oh, there we are. Darius with the dive, then the dunk, getting the Urgot.
I was waiting for that. It was only a matter of time before Darius comes in and cleans him up.
Yeah, just the TP and flash there, I believe, just jumping in there, queuing, using his W to slow, then just throwing in that dunk.
Darius is still cleaning up. I like how Darius is taking down Urgot. Urgot has his TP, but he's going to try and push it all the way to the turret.
Okay, can I just be honest? I just have to... So, I'm sorry to change topic, but I think Urgot is the unlucky champion in this competition. We've seen him play 3 games, and in all 3 games we've seen him
Get absolutely decimated. He was being canced before in another game with, I think it was Evelyn as well, just completely targeting him and just, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Evelyn.
There we are. Almost got the start of that, and
First turret goes down.
there we are, yeah, first turret down. Going to Adelaide No Name, that is what we want to see. Right there. Now, if we just quickly take a look at the boards, we can see definitely, LDK trying to take control around the Rift Herald. Obviously, wanting to get cards. I really throwing in the ult, but there are 2 there. Obviously, we do want to shut the barriers down, but it's not something you want to risk when it's essentially a 3 versus 2.
That is true. That is
Yes.
true. But at this point, if they've claimed their first turret, and now they're at 27k. The gold accumulation is beginning to, the gap is beginning to appear and increase between both teams, specifically towards Olaf and I guess I can say Olaf and Aurelia. Like, they are flying ahead. She's 2,000 gold in front. He's not that far in front. But then we've got Lucian. Look at the difference between those two. It's a little bit more than before.
This is different, but Evelyn has slowly, but not steadily, when she's not focusing on following Olaf, she has been getting the kills needed to push forward. And if she keeps doing that, I reckon, well, I think you could agree that she, or if not, could go further and help her team get further ahead.
That is true. And, Aurelia is really good as a playmaker because she could just pull in her ulti. Whoever's caught inside that ulti all have a stack that she can just Q bounce off of.
It's oh wait, so each one gets a Q stack?
Each one gets a Q stack on them that she can use her Q, and the cooldown is automatically reset. They're only disarmed if they walk through the blades afterwards.
But okay, got it. There you are. You learn something new every day. But
If it was like that with me, she shall be living a happy life. But you know what's also happy right now? This game. I like what I'm seeing. Everything is close. Not as close as the close game between LDK and another team. I can't remember who.
Rich Gaming, I believe.
That's it. Rich Gaming. That's the one. And seeing how things are at the moment, at 16 minutes 55, it's the gold accumulation is still steadily increasing. Like, they've gone from like 2,000 to almost 3,000.
But Darius is even scared to go on early. Whatever coming in charming, a dunk. Ooh, actually,
I was waiting for the guillotine to pop in.
Urgot on Braum coming in, Evelyn getting away. But
Ulti through earlier, just a little bit there.
we are. Unfortunately, the Darius may die here.
Oh, he'll survive, but sorry.
Just wait, he's gonna do the dab.
He was going to do the dab. I thought he was actually going to survive that a little bit better because his Q restores missing health. And
Yes.
Depending on how many champions he hits, increases the amount of missing health that he actually gets back, because it goes from like 5% to 10% missing. I'm pretty sure, and it stacks.
I really going over the
Oh!
Dana getting her. Ooh.
Mid jump, things aren't looking really good at the moment. Willarus is really dominating.
Yeah, well, it's amazing to see how that shift from bot lane going to top, helping out, shutting down that Darius, then to mid lane, who was fed, just going down, getting rid of that, just killing her, showing the power she has. But there we are, second tower going to Adelaide No Names. This is what we want to see, and like you said, the gold is steadily getting ahead in that phase.
Yeah, it's creeping up to the 4,000 gold mark. It started off at 2.5, then it went to 3. Now it's near 4,000 gold. If anything, 5,000 now actually.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just beginning to get this is just getting more grim by the second. As the time elapses and the stats continue to remain the same, it's just gonna the scales are gonna tip more in ANN's, or should I say ANN's style. So they're pretty much going to have the advantage all the way through to the end at the moment.
Well, that is true. I do have to agree with you, but at the same time, LDK are still, I think, they're still in it. Like, they are making good plays. I just don't think, compared to Adelaide No Names and aren't capitalizing on it. Like,
I like what you're saying. Like, they haven't claimed a single dragon. No one claimed Herald.
I really am missing that. Oh, Brom going in though. Urgot doesn't want to take that damage though.
Actually, I take that back. I just realized Olaf just claimed Herald and he's just unlocking. He's just crushing the eye now. They've taken their They've taken the second tier bottom turret.
And this may be with that eye probably will be a second tier
I
mid tower.
think it's a tier 2 mid tower. I mean that Herald takes at least 60% of the overall health.
And,
oh my god, he managed to make 2 charges. Now they're gonna do something.
this may be a bit. No, I think it's gonna.
It was close. It was close. I mean, they did do well, but LDK did well to respond and just just close in on the mid lane and help them out.
Well, the fear is there because I really did get some poke on the bot tower. Not as much as the Rift, but it does put pressure on it. The only pressure that I can. Oh, Evelyn! Just Tristana. If Evelyn just missed out on that kill, but Tristana, the riot girl, knows what to do. She's there for backup. She is the band gunner LDK needs.
That is absolute, and it's amazing how much more, how well she's performing, even though her team is a little bit lacking.
Yeah, no, Piglet throughout this series has been performing really well. Like, I think he did do well with Pain, but I think Piglet also does very well as an individual. Like, he has the individual capability to sort of support himself as an ADC if the support isn't there.
That is true. And seeing how things are going at the moment, Lucian is still keeping above her. He's above 10 CS per minute, which is really outstanding, especially in like such a high-profile match. Like, you normally would see this in something like in a Smurf match, when you've got like a Smurf versus a bunch of lobbies. Yeah, but in this case, it's amazing. He's really performing above standard.
Yeah, well, it's amazing to see that happening and how well they're doing and still staying on top of it even with the fights they're going in. But now, we're into it. I just want to throw to the color caster's point of view. How do you analyze, like, items-wise? We pay attention. We see, like, Tristana keeping up with 2 items, although Lucian has 2 and improved to his third, Tristana is in a way sort of keeping up. And how do you think that will, like, sort of carry on late game?
It's still a little bit hard to tell, but Tristana's really good as a wave clearer. So, building the crit chance and, and these extras just allow her to, continue wiping out farm very easily. And having that attack speed allows you to put your explosive charge in somebody and set it off just as quickly enough to be able to do something.
Oh, wow,
and as we had our heads turn, it looks like they went out for sushi and managed to claim a free meal. I see your face when error 404.
I had to compose myself, but I can't. There we are. Oh, going in with the aggression. Evelyn trying to win, but Victor does get support. No, flashes. I really with the ult,
all people right there.
Down. Garrus is in there though. This could be deadly. Brom is standing in Victor's ult, but obviously he is trying to keep it away from his team. There we are. Walking away. No, they lost. And look at that. The team fight went in LDK's favor. This is what we want to see. And with this, how are they going to turn it around from now on?
Well, like I said before, the win condition at the moment is that Darius needs to stay on Urgot, and Evelyn really needs to be a playmaker. She really needs to get on the ball and try and start picking off people. Because at the moment, regardless, Aurelia is just going to close in on them and just, bounce around. She's pretty much Blades of Glory, just flying around the battlefield.
We'll get an extra start. The start she's landing is just really amazing. To be able to position them in the right position to get them. And obviously some ward clearing is going on. Compared to all the other games we've seen, this is probably the most actually no. It's sort of mid-level, I'd say.
I would say it's mid-level, but both supports are really warding around. Like, they've got them in both parts of the map.
They wanted their revenge there with the ult.
I am actually quite glad to see ult execute somebody for once. Like, so far this entire series, he's done nothing.
He's missed it, hasn't he? Every time.
It's not so much he's missed it, he's just missed his window of opportunity to be able to claim.
Yeah, because with Kindred's ult from the previous game and all that. There we are. Brom going in on the Nami there, but a bit too quick. Sana did get caught out. No,
he predicted well.
Jumped. Evelyn going in to do the damage, unfortunately a bit too tanky. The culling by Lucian getting the Nami, and Urgot got Evelyn. I did not see how though.
No, it was really interesting. He used the culling.
There we are. Okay, just auto.
It was an easy claim from Brom, and then followed up by Lucian using culling to get the extra distance out or the extra range. And then they just finished off. They just pretty much put the turret down from there. So
Well, there are 2 down. They do have a good wave top, so it is a possibility. But if not, they do have an opportunity to shove their waves just to get the pressure going and go for some objectives. Because compared to all other games, a single dragon has not been taken.
no, and it's. I guess it makes sense because it's only an ocean dragon.
I know, this is
Yeah.
we're going to have a message, right, saying, where are the infernals and mountains? We have not seen a single mountain this entire game.
I think there's a reason why. I mean, it would make sense because the games would go for a lot shorter, like for a shorter period. But at the same time, it could also create a lot of frustration in people. It's just like, Infernal, Infernal, get the Infernal!
But I think that's what makes it more interesting, the fact that they have to go for it instead. Because right now, it's more ganking. Well, if they're Infernal Drake, say, you know, Jungle sort of have to step back and be like, yeah, the Infernal Drake's up. What are we going to do? We need to get this. We need to ward more. We need to counter ward. You know, just all that stuff.
I love looking at Olaf's items. I love what I'm seeing. He's got a Righteous Glory. He's got Predator. He's gone for Phage. So clearly he's gone for a lot of movement speed based abilities. So that way
he can't be getting caught out. No, ooh. Thank
Rocket
God,
jump
that
completely
jump.
voided that ulti right there.
That was well played. Congrats. I have to admit, Olaf is taking the title away from Jin as the fast, especially with his ult. The running machine there, but look, Aurelia trying to get another cheeky stun there. Victor chucking it, will he get it? No, Aurelia jump through.
One tag.
Lucian Utopia getting it through. Darius with the dunk, getting the Olaf. There we are.
Oh.
Urgot with the ult and Darius.
This could be the ace we're looking
Evelyn.
for. Ah, just as they got the ace, Nami respawned.
It's always a shame, isn't it?
It's always a shame. Oh, no, they did claim it for like a millisecond.
Yeah. It's like one that's like, I respawned, what are you talking about? No
Exactly.
way.
I came back alive before everybody died.
There we are now. I'm curious to know, Baron is there, you know,
Why aren't they
25
taking it?
seconds. I do have to question that.
They could be trying to reset the lanes, push them out a little bit further, so that way they can take it with more comfortability. Because there is a lot of wards, as you can see, in the top half of the map, or the bottom half of the map. But at the same time, they're missing like 2 core people. They're missing Aurelia and Olaf, and without Olaf, especially Olaf, you know, Baron could be a little bit risky because that smite can make the difference between 0 and 1,000 health almost.
Yeah, if you're ever in a game and someone says it doesn't matter, don't listen to them.
Or
please.
apparently to the pros, it matters a lot. So I trust their judgment because they're high ranked.
There we are. Like you said before, Urgot is clearing bot lane, which is pushed very hard with minions. Ah, there we go. Perfect. My example. There we are, just going back to warding, Brom going back to the warding, clearing all those wards around the Baron pit, while Urgot is just doing that slow push down the bot lane, and what is it now, getting caught out by Brom? That could have been a solo there, I had faith. Urgot using the Predator and ult, as long as the Righteous Glory, I believe, going in. There we are, Brom knocking everyone up. Where's that Yasuo where you need him? Darius with the dunk, did not reset it though. There we are, 5 stacks on the Lucian, but Lucian with the lifesteal surviving. Aurelia going down to Nami, the support god.
I would ask what were they thinking, but then I look down bottom lane and there's Urgot just backdooring a turret.
There we are. I thought he might have saved, just took that tower.
Oh wow, that was a lot of damage she just took. Just Evelyn, I feel like Evelyn.
Oh, the bubble just like a centimeter in the bubble.
I don't understand what just happened there. Like my brain is still trying to process how the heck Evelyn did so much damage to Urgot just then. Like, he took out his shield and everything.
I'm not sure if I'm right, but I'm pretty sure if she gets the W, doesn't that do like a bonus damage or?
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm
There's
not
like an
too
extra
sure about
800 now.
Oh.
That is a lot of damage, and he doesn't really have much. He doesn't have any magic resistance at the moment.
Here we are. Olaf is up, but it looks like they are clearing for a possible Baron, but I don't think they will with Olaf and Braum up.
I don't think that. I wouldn't want to do it either. I mean, Olaf does have a lot of movement speed, and he can close the gap on them really quickly.
And his ult is pretty much back up, along with Righteous Glory.
No, I wouldn't really say so much his ult. He has Predator back up, but okay, now it's up.
Boom.
I was gonna say premature fire, man. But now looking at this, they're resetting everything off. They really want to make sure they have control of the Baron.
It's amazing.
It makes sense.
Well, I just think it's amazing about how he sees that they've lost control, but then he just walks back in and is like, yep, I'm going to take control of this.
That is true. And that's interesting. She wants to claim a free grade, but is it going to come at the cost of her life?
She's going, she's like, nah, I'm out.
Oh, just before that hook in. Things are looking a little bit more alive now, thankfully.
Well, I think while we're just going quiet, we will take this we'll just take a quick look at the layout of the map. What is happening? No, but what is happening?
I was going to
Taking
say,
out
just
the
culling
Nami.
right into Nami's face, claiming free sushi.
Oh, Victor getting caught out. The Righteous Glory slowing the Victor, getting taken out by Lucian. Thank God that ult doesn't move. All that's left is Darius, Evelyn, and Tristana. Really, the three main damage parts of LDK.
No, it's only going to get better from here because from killing 3 enemies, or should I say 2 major players on their team, they are now going for Baron. And it could almost be uncontested depending on how they play it.
Yeah, it looks like it, but I feel like Darius, Evelyn, and Tristana are going to have a say in this. Brom jumping out with Irelia, taking out the Darius. See, Evelyn and Tristana a bit hesitant.
He's really healthy, that bloke. Look at him, just Seric's gauge, giving that extra amount of health, but it's not really working well because Aurelia just sort of negates that, because she does 300% extra damage to shield.
Well, you know what? I think I have to take back the thing I said about Urgot earlier. How I think being a losing champ. Because
in this case, well, then again, ANN are playing him, so it makes, I guess it could make a difference. I mean, so far, ANN are the fewest favorites. It makes sense. But I like that they took Baron and they reset straight away.
Yeah, no.
I'm curious as to what their motive is now. Like, what are they going to do next?
Okay, now, this is what we got to talk about. No interruptions, no team fights, please. We see a 9K, almost a 10K gold lead if they get a bit more, please. There we are. We see 25 to 16 kills, 25 in Adelaide Uni favor.
Zugish.
What?
You said no distractions, so I thought I'd distract you.
There we are. Looking at the top lane, it's amazing how Urgot's been able to keep up when he was so far behind earlier on. Then we just look at the slight difference between Olaf and Evelyn, but that's not something I think we can really judge. Well, Irelia and Victor are 2K gold leads. This is understandable from Irelia's huge lead, but then
Utopia and Hunt have got a very, very big lead. At least 2,000 on each, from each person.
Well, I believe Hunt. I think you could say, like, I'm not really sure the mechanics, but Hunt's so influential in those team fights.
Oh yeah, because he's playing as Brom, and Brom's passive is really, really helpful.
Irelia going in, but does have 5 stacks, unfortunately slowed by the parry. Irelia going back in, but the dunk, this Zonias, and look at that health.
Oh, gets that W in and just finishes him off.
Oh, that is what you call a good play. I did not even notice the stopwatch there.
Well, Ionia versus Noxus. Ionia wins this one.
There we are, the tower began. The inhib possibly taking down that Baron. Evelyn trying to go in the Brom, but escaping. And Irelia is pushing top now. They still have pressure.
They've got all 3 lanes on the bound. They are inside the blue base. I don't know what they're planning on doing next.
Ooh, Urgot with the flash around. Urgot might go down to Victor.
Oh, he's low. He's
Urgot
looking
getting
for
the
it.
ult ready. You know he wants to do it.
No.
Moving up, getting it. Ooh, I'm pretty sure I saw that ult block on just for a second. Panic.
He could have won that if he didn't get stunned. If he didn't use his E too quickly, he would have made a better play.
One
he
of
would
those
have done
classic
something
rage
better.
tactics. Finally, I didn't get stunned. I could have killed him.
But unfortunately, we would have to bleep all that out.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Runo actually, we don't have a pro editor, so we just pretty much going live on this. Oh well.
Doesn't matter. Just hush it out.
Just hush, hush. You got the hush money? I'm kidding. Anyways.
Sure, probably that competition, the hush money.
Talk about that. Anyway, let's stop kidding ourselves here. I mean, we're sort of throwing each other off track a little bit, and it's just interesting from what I'm seeing. There is a lot of pro play happening, especially from Aurelia. She's done so much. She's done this. She's gotten the stopwatch out. Now she has a Guardian's Angel. She is going to be even more viable for her team.
Well, I think with Willerus playing Irelia, I think we could sort of call him the stun master on that. He's probably missed a couple, but apart from that, in key moments, he's got that stun needed to get the kill and win the team fight overall.
You're exactly right. But now I want to see Anne really make a big play. They have an inhibitor. They have 2 inhibitors unlocked, but they haven't actually taken them out. Sorry, they've been exposed, but they haven't been taken out. And I want to see them taken out because it's really annoying that they're still up.
Take them out, baby. But no, it'll be interesting because right now, since the enemies aren't down, they didn't really have that lane pressure. You know, the 5 minutes of super minutes generate so much lane pressure, which could give them an opportunity to shove it.
That is true. And now I don't really know what to say. Like, LDK are really making a comeback. They're really defending their position, and they're really trying to hold their own in this at the moment. Not going to ask anything about that.
Stretching.
Fair enough. But I like how they're pushing all 3 lanes. They're keeping all lanes within the base zone. They're keeping it within the base wall line. And, you know, if all 3 lanes are pushed all the way in, they can choose which side they want to push in to get the inhibitor and just finish it off there.
I'd rather just be able to jump on the Darius and just jump away so cleanly and smoothly with no fear.
Oh, looks like that turret might go down this time. He may be firsting.
Urgot gets, but what will happen to this one be on? Will it be?
I don't know, but it's
Darius.
interesting. She's gone straight after. She misses this taunt. Guardian's Angel is up. Guardian's Angel up. She continues to fight. She still has Ignite.
If I'm right, Darius still has the dunk reset, the Noxus Guillotine reset.
I don't think it reset because she didn't technically die. Oh!
Well, actually, yeah, no, you're right. See there, but
Whiplash.
Evelyn healing down. This can actually be a bit scary. She is sort of slowly scaling up, getting those items. I believe.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, she's only got 4 completed items, but the choice of those items are really impactful at the moment. She is doing a lot of damage. Oh, here we go. Hunt.
Oh, the fight
Utopia coming out of the boundary.
There we go. Going in.
Oh! That was interesting. We were in sync just then.
Yeah. You got it.
It was very close. Lee finally goes down, but not before the rest of until, I guess, actually, no, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, sorry. Tristana getting the kill. Taking down the Urgot. Now, Tristana is starting to become influential. She, in a way, she's far behind in CS, but she's catching up. She's almost at full build, like Lucian, so it's getting interesting.
It is getting interesting, and it's only going to get better from here because it looks like LDK are beginning to light up. Their spark is beginning to, their spark is evolving to an ember, and the ember will eventually evolve into like a fire. And if it evolves to a fire, then eventually they're going to be able to completely burn the whole map in their favor. Because so far, they've only taken out 4 turrets, as opposed to 8. They have an inhibitor down. Things are looking very grim at the moment. Baron is on its way up. Dragon is still a ways away.
Please be infernal.
The gold accumulation between both teams is at least 12,000, or almost 12,000. It's really neck and neck at the moment.
I just realized I'm amazed. It took me a while to notice, but there has been a map.
Oh, fancy. A mountain drake. A difference for once.
I know, I'm
That
very
would
happy.
be really good if they were continuing, if there was a lot of turrets up, but there isn't anymore. So
Yeah.
it's almost like, not really helpful unless it's for Baron or Elder Dragon.
There we are. Look, Irelia, 3 collapse on her. Irelia, ultimate sharp.
Oh!
Piglet with the damage. There we are. Urgot was going for TB, but he sort of thought to himself, can I really do anything?
I don't know. They're claiming a couple.
On Brom and the TP from the damage on Brom. He may go down to the Tristana. Tristana jumping again, but the others running and dashing away.
ANN let themselves get caught out one by one. First Aurelia, then Brom. No, first Aurelia, then Brom. Lucian a little bit away back.
All the whole out, almost doing up the Nami. But this is where ANN have gotten a bit overconfident. That's why they've been going into solo a lot, and this may be their down. As a team before, they were doing so well, but look. But even then, there we are. Darius with the flash hook. There we are, getting rid of the Urgot. They have no more tank, but they are unfortunately a bit too low to do Baron, because Irelia is up in 5.
But look at the base. Look at the base. Bottom lane, super minions are now taking their first turret. They're keeping them in the base. They don't want them to go back to base.
Getting the kill. Will they get the Tristana? No. Yes, he does.
Well, they claimed a couple kills, but it looks like they lost their second inhibitor turret.
No.
They're going for the inhibitor. They've claimed the first Nexus turret. They're still going.
Oh, no.
I don't know if they can make a comeback here. Baron is still up. They didn't claim the Baron. Now what? Oh, my brain is freezing.
Well, I just think they got too pressured around Baron. They were trying to take Baron, but then ANN just kept saying, no, if you go on it, we're going to go on you. Then
precisely, and a moment like this is where things will really make a difference. Like, they need to take that second inhibitor turret in order to be able to take Baron comfortably, because they've got bottom lane pushing like crazy, mid lane pushing like crazy. They just need to push in top lane a little bit more, keep it right on top of the turret, and they could just take Baron without a problem.
We don't see the ward placement now, how they're sort of trying to get it in places where someone's just going to roam up and take an inhib. Because either one of those inhibs go, the lane pressure will double. Just making it so much harder for LDK.
LDK.
Go check.
That is so
it's
true.
Good, we're allowed to pause and just a nice breather there.
It's okay, your brain slowly reset itself eventually.
Okay, there we are. Okay,
That's fine, that's why I moved my microphone back here, because the echo is incredibly strong right now, apparently.
Yeah, okay, so there we are. Hopefully that fixes that. I can barely hear Josh. Oh my god.
That's okay, while we keep this on the way, alt tab for me.
Okay, sorry, I will take it over. Reinhardt tries to do some magic with the Streamlab. I hope you guys try to get our mic sounding a lot better. But there we are, continuing on. We have sort of gone to a bit of a silent patch there, Darius just trying to stop the push of, I think, the last wave of super minions, or if not, just getting rid of the lane pressure there.
It's interesting what happened. It's interesting what we're seeing at the moment. Like, you've got Aurelia side pushing bottom lane. You've got Urgot pushing top lane. Mid lane is sort of up for grabs at the moment, but it's almost uncontested. Darius is out of the mix.
Free Baron. Aurelia is putting the pressure. They know they've done it earlier. Aurelia 1v1 Darius.
Well, that is true, and it's uncontested at the moment. They know they're there. They claim themselves an easy Baron now, completely uncontested.
Evelyn throwing the ult, just she was so scared of that Braum. How well the Braum's been playing. Now this should just be a simple push down mid and an easy win. I do say easy, but you know how it works. It's gonna be difficult.
That is incredibly true. And now with how things are going, I'm curious to see what's going to happen next. Like, they have Baron, they're pushing bottom lane, all three inhibitors are exposed, they aren't down yet.
Aurelia, oh my god, there's no hold up there. Yeah, Aurelia.
He is really getting in their face. First Darius goes down, they are all bloody low. Look at him go.
We do have three GTAs, I believe, still unpopped.
Oh, is he going to get away?
Down.
Can he pop the shield to get himself alive?
No.
Oh, he does survive. The X is lit, but he doesn't do anything about it. Actually, they're all low. It's interesting. Only Darius went down in that fight. They took a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a super close fight. It was such a turn of events. Like, they have Baron buff.
I feel like we've hit that point in the game where their champion composition is now on par, if anything, beginning to actually overturn.
Okay, look, we see them going for the dragon, trying to counter it here. They're trying to see what's going to happen. Will they go? And we did say before the team was low, so this could be easy for LDK to engage and get the kills. Here we go. Will there be an engage? We see Tristana sort of sharing. We'll get some poke on the drag, but obviously being careful of Braum Q. We see the AWN being a bit cautious. They realize that LDK has the power. There, I ran with the Braum. Getting towards the Evelyn so quickly. Victor staying in, trying to land the W, but unfortunately...
Oh, down goes Urgot.
Oh, still, Braum and Aurelia are very low. The only one who really survived that was Lucian, but Braum going down.
Tristana is really coming alive. She's evolving from a spark to an ember. And soon enough, she'll be a campfire that'll just completely go out of control.
Well, we see Darius. The interesting thing is Darius was nowhere to be seen in that fight. And you know, LDK, it was sort of tied. So if that would happen, Darius was actually there to help as well.
That is true. And now just Darius is sort of carrying his team because he is taking so much damage. Darius Gage is popping a lot of health for him. Like, he gets a lot of extras when he gets into a difficult position. But Aurelia trying to do the expect a backdoor at the moment.
Yeah, she maybe now she does not have GA or ult. No, her ult is still a while to get up. Aurelia does get the in hit. Olaf is still on the dragon, and Olaf does go down.
How unfortunate.
Oh wait, but none of them actually got the buff. The whole team was aced, I believe. Wait, is it?
Yeah, the entire team was aced in that fight, so nobody got the Elder Dragon.
But that is good in the end, because at the same time, LDK didn't get it either.
That is true, and with that, it's just amazing. Like, they managed to claim an inhibitor, but they lost their lives. They took down an Elder Dragon, but at the same time, they managed to prevent LDK from being able to make such a play as well. They can't claim an Elder Dragon now. Baron is down. An inhibitor is down. They have 2 inhibitors exposed. Now it's only a matter of time before one team splits up, and that will pretty much make the game. Like, at this point, your team does not want to get aced.
Here we are, look, getting the inhibitor here. There we go. Look, sort of under the pressure. This is amazing to see how it's changed so much from really a one-sided battle to even Steven at the moment.
Absolutely, and now I don't really know what to say. They've taken 1 inhibitor, so it's 1 inhibitor apiece. But the big difference between them is they've only got 1 Nexus turret left. LDK only have 1 Nexus turret. So what are they going to do? Like, they sort of do need to be a little bit more defensive. But I feel like if Anne want to win, they sort of need to control Darius while taking out the rest of the team. They need to focus Tristana and kill her ASAP. Evelyn is not too much of a problem, but she can be a problem if left unchecked.
Yeah, well, right now we just have to say, as well, the regards to LDK being defensive, is they only have 1 entrance into the enemy base.
Well, that is true.
LNN have just 3 entrances easy. They just got to easily walk in and take, like Aurelia did before. But one thing I just want to point out, since we are running out of things to say, is this the intensity of the players talking. Like, it's just funny. You're just casting, and the next minute all you hear is a big shout from the players. You're just like,
okay, since we're talking about the players, looking at them, they are concentrated. They are in their zones. They are bringing on their S game. They want that S+. And they really, really don't want to lose this. Like, this is only game number 1, but it's like all the cards are already on the table. They're treating this as if it's sudden death.
wait, this is game number 1?
Yes, it's game number 1.
Poor legs.
Poor legs. Poor throat.
Yeah.
Poor voice. My tongue's about to go on holiday. My chest is telling me to go to bed.
Well, I believe this is the longest match so far at 45 minutes.
It is, but it's very interesting because they're keeping each other on their toes the entire way. Like, there is still a 13,000 gold lead between both teams in favor of ALN. And I'm not really sure, but they're almost at a stalemate.
Olaf going in the Jared Thompson Aurelia, obviously taking out the key player here. We'll say though, Jared is so effective in that game. He's got Nami backing them up to Aurelia going down to the Noxious guillotine. Evelyn going a bit on the Olaf, but unfortunately just lets him be. And then Tristana jumping, trying to get the Urgot, resetting the W. Now going on a Braum, Lucian uses the Colt to sort of say, Tristana, you can't get within my range, otherwise you are dead, son.
Tristana's already at level 18. She's maxed out her passive. She has increased attack range. And I believe, if I'm correct, she has the longest attack range in the game. She has 100%, I'm pretty sure she's at 100% crit chance.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah, she has 100% crit chance. Look at her build. It's over.
Yeah, no.
I feel like this is pretty much game for LDK at the moment. They're pushing the mid lane. They're pushing mid lane with super minions up. They're going to try and get it all the way through to the end. There's nothing they can really do.
Even now, running around. Damage. Lucian does. I want to say it, but Lucian does have that. Nope. GG game 1. What a turn of events. The gold lead over 10k has turned from in ALN's favor to LDK pulling off the victory.
Damn.
This was a spectacular game to watch. But listen, guys, we are going to go on break.
Before we go on break, we do need to do the announcement for the winners of this round because we have closed the bets.
Okay, we were doing the betting quickly. Okay.
Oh.
Boy, everyone betted for ALN.
That is quite a turnaround. No one voted for LDK in number 1, so...
Guys, I gotta say, there is no winners this game.
That was quite an interesting match. 47 minutes, even in kills, but a 10,000 gold difference between both teams, just under. But with that, we'll have a quick 5-minute break so that way everyone can get up, stretch their legs, everything else, go to the toilet, whatnot, and we'll be right back.